They put a bunch of goop in my mouth to make an imprint. The last time we checked in on this, they had pulled my teeth. They pulled the teeth and they grafted me with a cow bone marrow thingy to create some bone. So today they put this goop in my mouth. They were determining if they needed to drill in my teeth. Apparently, when you get dentures sometimes, partial dentures, they have to like drill into your mouth or your teeth and stuff to make mounting points, like little hooks or something, to nab, you know, the teeth so it locks, so it doesn't fall out or something. But evidently, I guess I have enough nooks and crannies and stuff that they don't need to do that, which is good. No drilling, because otherwise, I guess they drill into your teeth and make little niches, little recesses or whatever in it, so that it'll hook up onto the denture. But they went ahead and had to make several impressions to get it to work right. But initially, you know, it wasn't, I guess, not showing enough detail or something. But they cast this thing. It's like almost like silly putty type stuff, but it's kind of gooey, and then it hardens within about 2 minutes. And that gives them like a reverse image, you know, of the mold. And then they use that, and they're gonna get, I guess, a metal framework. That's gonna be the next step. So what will happen is, I will come in the next time, and they're gonna take metal, I guess, from that mold, and they're gonna place the metal. I didn't know it was this involved. I really didn't know it was this involved, but it is. It's like a bunch of different visits. But they're gonna take the metal framework that lines everything up and fit that in and see how that works. And then she said, then I come back again, and they're gonna have, like, I guess, wax teeth. You know, they're gonna do the wax teeth, and we do a test fitting to see how it all looks and fits, and how the mouth shuts and everything. Then once that's all approved, then they think the final one. So there's like 2 or 3 more visits before I get my teeth, before I can get my smile back. Now, I did have a concern finally, you know, now that they pulled the jagged tooth out. Initially, the dentist had said they might put in 3 teeth. There used to be only 2 here. But remember, the glue might have pushed this other teeth back. I don't know. So I asked the technician there, and she said, well, you know, we don't need to worry about that right now, but when they start doing the fitting with the wax teeth, that's the time to bring it up if it doesn't look right. So, you know, I was prepared to show them pictures of me before I lost my tooth, you know, with the real teeth, what it looked like. So hopefully they'll be able to fit. Now I'm thinking instead of 3, I'd rather prefer 2, unless they do the 3 in such a way that it looks like my old teeth, you know, my original teeth before all this whole thing started. It would be nice to get my old smile back, you know, even though it's not real teeth and stuff, but to have it look as close as possible to the real teeth that's missing, the 2 teeth now that's missing. So that's that. Now, some of you who saw my broadcast my last broadcast figured out that I didn't really sell my land. That was it was supposed to be an April Fool's. It was supposed to be an April Fool's joke, but then I had a call come in, and it turned out the call was from a scammer anyways, but I wasn't able to get back, you know. So, long story short, I didn't sell my land. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with it. You know, my gut feeling says hang on to it and possibly build a camp out there if I can save enough money to get a 4x4 truck or something. I'm leaning towards a truck because a truck would be handy. You know, you can use it to carry supplies and things out there. And how much money I want to spend out there, I'm still debating. It depends on how much money I can save up and what I actually decide to do with the land. But I know that my goal right now is to save up, potentially, at least the initial plan, save up enough money to potentially get a 4x4, and then I can start going out there and doing some of my experiments. The issue is, I don't know if you guys are aware, there's been a lot of stuff going up into space. We just had a SpaceX rocket launch today. So things at work are really, really busy. And even though I'm not supposed to start full-time till Monday, they pretty much are having me start kind of full-time, well, pretty much full-time schedule tomorrow, because one of the other guys was out. So that means less and less time to do stuff like YouTube and other little side projects, since I'll be working full-time, which is good and bad. I mean, it's good that I'm going to be working full-time, because they're actually, what's interesting, they're not treating it as if they're extending my hours. They're actually treating it as if it was like all brand new. So they're going to call me in to sign a new contract. I guess with full-time you get better benefits. I'm able to do the dental because even with part-time, they gave me dental. So initially when they put me in part-time on this thing, they said no dental, and then I asked them, I said, look, it would really help me, and they put me on dental. So when I go full-time, I don't know if the dental will have better benefits or what. It might, I don't know. So I'll find out when I talk to them and sign the paperwork, and find out if they, I thought they would have just extended my hours, but it's almost like a different position. So I'll keep you guys posted, but that'll be interesting. And they were wondering at work what my plans are. And I told them, well, right now, initially I was planning on being on an elephant right now, riding an elephant in Thailand. Well, that's one of the first things I want to do, is go to Thailand and see if I can get an elephant ride. So, with COVID and everything else going on, everything's on hold, not just in America, but in Thailand. I'm not sure what's going to happen next now at this point. And I ended up buying land here. That money was supposed to go towards my retirement in Thailand. So things have certainly shifted. But, they were asking what my plans were. And I was like, well, I'm still, I'm supposed to be retired right now, but I guess I'll stay as long as they need me, until we can decide what to do on this end. But I won't just up and leave them. I mean, honestly tell them what's going on with my life. That way they can plan and I can plan. But I told them, because see, they had told me that things are getting really busy, because they got a moon mission. They're going to try to land people back on the moon to set up a moon base. Isn't that exciting? We're going back to the moon, and we're going to have a real base with people and buildings. So they're going to go to the moon and try to set up a camp on the moon, a base, and then from there work towards going to Mars. So I'm like, well, obviously that's not going to happen overnight or really fast. So if they end up needing me, I may stay. I may just pseudo postpone my retirement. Not because I don't want to go to Thailand, but because it's kind of exciting. It's like when I was a little kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. I didn't make it as an astronaut, but I'm involved with the program. So, I'm involved with it. And I think it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to say, hey, you know what? I had something to do with the people going to the moon or the people going to Mars. I was actually part of it. So, that makes me really excited. So I told them, look, it depends on how busy they are, and if they need me, I'll stay. They just need to let me know, and then I'll just extend my retirement. I won't retire right away. But, unless my wife says she's wanting to ride the elephant, then we leave it. But I won't just up and leave. I have to give them notice, and unlike, just 2 weeks, I'll let them know, like, at least a year in advance if I can. That way they can plan their stuff out and get a replacement and get them trained and everything. So that's what's going on that end. The land, like I said, me selling it was an April Fool's joke. I still have it. I don't think I want to sell it. If I could save even more money, I'd probably buy more land, because that land is like, even though it's swamp land, it's not swamp land. And the lots that I have, or the lots that I have in mind, they're kind of dry, and you can set up a camp on it. And it's kind of getting rarer and rarer in America to find land where you can set up a camp and not be hassled. So thinking of keeping it. Ultimately, if I do decide to sell it, I know I can at least get my money back, but probably make a profit on it. But I'm not eager to sell it right now, because I think if I sell it, it would be a mistake. I think keeping it, unless I absolutely needed the money, keeping it is probably the best move, because it gives me, this is the dream right now. We're in the dreaming stage right now, but my wife and I were talking about it, and it's like, look, if I was able to set up a camp, like a home base, where I could stay there when I'm not traveling, and cost of living is like minimal because you can grow food on it, you know, and because you're totally off grid, there's no electrical bills, there's no water bills, no utility bills. The only thing you're paying for is food, you know, and gasoline and maintenance. But, you know, maintenance is going to be minimal if you design it right. So it's just a matter of making the camp not too expensive, not spending too much money building the camp. But if we had a camp like that, we could stay there while we're not traveling, and then travel, like possibly go to Thailand and stay there for 3 to 6 months. Maybe travel around the world, depending on how much money I manage to save each time. And then come back to the camp and live like paupers at the camp, you know, in a camp, a simple camp. It's an off-grid camp. But then when I go to Thailand, for roughly, I think $500-600 a month, I could live like a king in Thailand. $500-600 US dollars, unless something happens to the economy and the US dollar becomes worth nothing. But $500 or $600 a month, if I can get up to that amount, I can actually live pretty nicely in Thailand, you know, like a tourist almost. So that's a potential option. And if I retire in the United States, especially in Florida, it actually makes things a lot more sense because I continue to have access to the VA medical center, and my kids are nearby. Basically, it just makes a lot more logical sense now, looking at the situation. I was really disappointed when the COVID thing and the Thailand non-travel and all that other stuff happened. I was like, you know, I'm supposed to be on an elephant right now. But looking at it, it may be the best thing, because right now, you know, with the vaccine out, they're trying to get things more normalized. It's going to still take a while. It's not going to happen right overnight. But it's giving me time. And because of that, work ended up giving me full time. And I actually enjoy the work. And, you know, exciting things are happening with space. So it's just an opportunity to save a lot of money. I'm working full time. My cost of living right now is very minimal where I'm staying, even though it's, you know, it's not the best, but it's minimal. So I'm actually able to save money. It's been the first time since my divorce, post-divorce, that I've been able to save money. So things are actually looking pretty good. I will keep you guys posted when I thank you all for joining me. Wanted to thank everybody who helped me get this far. You know, it would have been impossible if I didn't get help from my viewers. So I do appreciate all of you who have been there from the beginning and continue to support this channel by watching the videos and you know, commenting and giving your advice and suggestions. I do read them, and I appreciate them. And thank you for all the people who actually literally kept me alive. You know, when all this first started, it was really bad, having pretty much nothing. So we're at the point right now where things look like they might actually stabilize, and it wouldn't have been possible without the viewers of this channel. So, and AA Angry says he takes full credit, and I think he does deserve it. I don't know about full, but I know he does deserve the credit. Those of you who've been here from the beginning, you know who you are. You know who you are. And I got a lot of people who do things behind the scene also. You know, they're kind of quiet, but they do step in and they kind of help out and stuff. So I got some ideas for trying to, you know, the Pay It Forward channel kind of died, but I got some ideas on how I might try to do things to pay things forward a little bit. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. I don't really talk too much about it until I actually make it real. Because I think talking about it, and then, you know, you get all these people who get excited and everyone gets discouraged when it doesn't happen. It may be better if I want to do something to go ahead and make sure that it's real and then announce it. That way people see and it's happening right then and there. You're not like talking about some kind of pipe dream that may or may not materialize. You know, so like at this point right now, me camping out there in the swamps may not materialize, but I'm working towards it materializing. So with the fact that me working towards it, there's at least a probability that it will happen. And if it does, you guys will see the videos of some experimental stuff I want to do as far as building. And the main thing is I'm trying to build stuff that that's practical. You know, that's actually something that people could do, just any Joe Schmo could do. You don't have to be a carpenter or anything skilled. And something not too expensive, like affordable, either free or very, very cheap, but livable, habitable, not like a, I don't know what you call it, like a shack, not like a junkyard shack or something. I want to make it nice. So thank you all for joining me. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope everyone's staying safe. I hope that your weather wherever you are is warm, not freezing cold and not too hot. If you are in a hot zone, I've seen on the channel some people complaining about the heat and stuff because they don't know what to do. Remember, get a spray bottle, like a $1 spray bottle from Dollar Tree or Walmart, and put some water in it and spray yourself, mist yourself, and open the window a little bit, let the air circulate, and get a 12-volt fan to blow at you, and you will cool down. Also, if you park your vehicle under shade, like under trees and stuff, it will cool down. So those are the things that I recommend for those of you who are maybe new to van dwelling and dying in the heat here. It gets hot. If you park by water where there's wind blowing, it'll cool you down also. So park under shade if possible, park by water if possible. Spray yourself with water. You don't have to be soaking wet, but misting yourself in the air inside your vehicle and leaving your windows open and having a fan circulate will cool you down about 10 to 15 degrees. You know, it won't be like real air conditioning, but it could be the difference between smelling like bacon or just feeling a little bit warm, or it could actually, when you're wet and the wind's blowing on you, it actually feels pretty cool. So until next time, everyone, take care. God bless you all. Please stay safe. Bye-bye now.